Hello everybody, Ace here, giving it to you straight with day 92 of the Video Log Challenge, and today I wanted to talk to you all about hand up or hand out. Now, which one are we looking for? Something I've noticed over the last couple of months is when the going gets tough, I want to just have people do it for me, that though there's nothing for any other person to do for me anymore. It's always just a thought. I don't pursue it. I don't really even go into a rabbit hole about it anymore. But sometimes I just don't want to do what it is I need to do, usually because it's interpersonal, usually because it's a boss battle, and usually because it's something I need to face within myself in order to get to where it is I'm trying to go. Handouts are always great. I love a handout if it can be respected and if it can be taken with gratitude and not for granted. But the odds are a handout is never really going to be looked at with much respect or admiration, because for some reason our egos, our pride, take it as if we're less than, and it's as if we don't need this, I don't need that handout, I don't need that help. Even though I'm praying for it, even though I'm trying to manifest it, even though I'm meditating on the life I want, I don't want that handout or that perceived handout because it's not the way I want it. It's not me doing it. And that mindset can actually put us into a very, very deep hole. But on the other side of that is, if we get too used to handouts, eventually the universe is going to come with a hand up. And when that hand is empty, we're going to be confused as to what is actually happening, because where's my shit, right? Where's my stuff? Where's my thing? Where's my help? It's right here, friend. I have a hand for you. I will show you the way. I will point you in the right direction. I will help you out of that foxhole, but I will not go in that foxhole with you and wallow in your self-pity and misery. Because that is really what a foxhole is. A foxhole is self-pity. A foxhole that we find ourselves in when we're depressed or we're anxious or we're upset. It's a pity party. And again, a lot of these terms can be triggering. A lot of these terms can turn people off to my content because we've been hearing them our whole lives, and they've been stigmatized to the point where nobody really knows what they mean anymore. And all a pity party is, if you say it without trying to hurt somebody's feeling, is all a pity party is believing that you're separate from the divine, you're separate from your perfection, and that you're less than, which is all an illusion. Again, a fear-based illusion. And so the reason I wanted to talk about handouts or hand-ups is because we need to learn how to accept both, but we also need to be able to discern when it is the right time to take a handout and when it is the correct time to take a hand up. Because the universe will also bring us opportunities to make the wrong choice, to make the less optimal choice. That's what the universe does. It wants us to see for ourselves, just like everything happening on the planet right now. We need to see it for ourselves because we've been told all this shit. We don't believe any of it. We especially don't believe our own shit. And therefore, we're running around like chickens with our heads cut off because we don't believe anyone. We don't believe ourselves, yet we're still using these programmed illusionary fear paradigms to run our lives by, instead of just realizing, hey, this person over here wants to help me. What? $500? I can't accept that. What? I quickly checked my pride when I got out of the Marine Corps, especially when I started this path. When you start a path of the divine, when you start a path to let go of the 3D material world for a higher purpose, you're going to have to learn a little bit of humility. You're going to have to learn how to accept and receive things from other people, because this path isn't going to be able to happen on your own. And if you want to chase your passion, and if you want to chase your heart, there's a very good chance that in the beginning ain't going to make you shit. I promise you ain't going to make a lot of money. But if you're chasing your passion and you're chasing your heart and you're being vulnerable and authentic with the people around you, God will always provide. The universe will always provide what it is you need, not in the way that you want it, not in these illustrious paychecks and all. No, it's going to come from different ways, and you have to be open to it all, because as soon as you close your heart to one thing, you've now messed with the flow of the universe, and now the universe is going to bring you what you want, which is that fear paradigm, which is to prove to you that you are the creator, that you are the master, and that you can manifest anything, even the bullshit you don't want, because you allowed yourself to fall from grace and start playing in those low vibrational states to then attract the stuff that you need to learn from. You're either going to attract what you want or you're going to attract what you need. And either way, there's a lesson in there for us. And so sometimes when we're at that rock bottom, like yesterday's video, and we start taking inventory of why we're there, we start to see it's because we need to be there. Because we denied ourselves the hand-ups. We denied ourselves those handouts. And now we're wallowing in self-pity all alone, under sea level, under the foundation, sitting there, not knowing what to do. Because in reality, we all want it our way, but we also need to discern if our way is the most optimal path to where we're trying to go. Because oftentimes when we don't want something a certain way it's coming, it's because our ego is relating it to some past trauma, and we're seeing that there's a trend or a pattern, and we don't want that trend or pattern to occur. But what if that trend and pattern, the only point was to be aware of it, to recognize it? Because something I've been noticing too is I build a lot of relationships with people. They come, they go, they left and right. It's fluid at this point. And something I've been realizing is it doesn't matter if I have awareness. It doesn't matter if I do all the right things. If that relationship is meant to end, when it ends, it's going to end somehow or some way. If it's meant to go on hold, it will go on hold. All of those things are out of our control. So if those things are out of our control, all we can do is be the awareness. All we can do is be the observer, see the red flags, and just don't ignore them. Doesn't mean check them. Doesn't mean cut that person out or cut that opportunity out because you see a red flag. It's just be aware of the red flags and understand that there might be a potentiality that this is what's going to happen in the relationship. And when it does happen, be okay with it, because it isn't the end of the world. And that's discernment. And that's discernment when we're getting a hand up or a handout, because something I've realized is that people will sometimes give you a handout to have an upper hand over you. And then there's other people who are here to legitimately, with a handout, saying, I'll help you, that we deny them because we think they're going to take advantage of us. So again, that's why it's important that we go through multiple facets of these situations so we can see all of the red flags, see which red flags are ego-based and fear, see which red flags are truly based in the observer and based in our ascended mastership from all the lives we've lived in the past, that we know what's going on. And we're like, felt that before, seen that before, I know what it is, not for me. Or at least go, I got my eye out, and I'm not going to be taken by storm when something goes down because I'm already aware of it. But again, we're not the judgers. We're the observer. So sometimes we just need to let the universe play out how it plays out. Because here's the other thing. When a relationship ends, it needed to end, and both of you are going to pull lessons from that. Well, hopefully that's the goal. But if you find yourself continuously in a state of decay where relationship after relationship's falling, it's because your pride is getting in the way of the lessons that you were supposed to pull from each of those relationships. So the universe is going to keep bringing you the same sort of relationship with the same sort of circumstances until you make the optimal choice that is in your soul contract, that is in your Akashic record that you actually signed up for. Because relationships are massive for lessons, for teaching us soul lessons. And therefore, how we deal with relationships, how we end relationships, how we have closure, all that is important for our sojourn, for our soul evolution. So if somebody's coming to you with a hand out, or somebody's coming to you with a hand up, use discernment, but accept it and just be observant of the red flags. Don't be woed into a daze. Don't let their charisma kind of, you know what I'm saying? Just see your red flags, feel your vibes, study your intuition. And the only way we can get better, the only way we can refine and hone our intuition is if we're in situations in which we have to trust it, and we're also in situations in which we don't trust it, then it comes to bite us in the ass, and then we go, man, I don't like being bit in the ass. I'm going to listen to it better next time. So that's all handouts and hand-ups are, is an opportunity for us to use our discernment, to use our intuition, to use our observance, our divine observance, to see what's our best move. Because here it is, in this timeline, in this singular universe, in the multiverse, this is the situation you're in, but who's to say that there isn't every other possibility happening all at the real time anyway? That's why being the observer and staying in the now moment, in the present, and using discernment to see the red flags and observe them and feel them and taking in the information is so important, because timelines are always shifting. We're always shifting in and out of different multiverses. So it really is all a real-time choice that is going to produce the effect that we're looking for. And the only way we can make the optimal choice is to make the best decision based off all the information that we're bringing into our bodies, not just what we're thinking. Because this is an analytical tool. This isn't the tool. This is the tool that we were given. That's why the heart was the first thing to form. It was the first thing to beat. It has 48 to 78,000 neurons itself in it. And that is why heart transplant recipients can actually see the memories of those people that they got their hearts from. There was a woman who got a heart from a murder victim, and she actually helped them solve the murder because she was able to vividly see in real time and in her dreams the murder happening, to the point where she was able to give a description of the killer. And posthumously, this woman got justice because her heart was given to this woman, and this woman got her justice. It's earth and humanity, everything's amazing. It's beautiful. So don't be scared of the handouts or the hand-ups. Just be aware of them. We have to be willing to receive on this path in order to grow, in order to get where we're trying to go. But we also can allow that to cloud us, the material world to cloud us, and slowly start to compromise our spirits and compromise ourselves for shit we really don't want or need. So just use discernment. I'm grateful for all of you. I'm grateful to walk this path with you. I hope you gain a little bit clarity on your path today. I hope you got a little bit further on your journey. I hope that you can bring in a little bit more love into your heart so that you can see that none of this is real while being completely real at the same time. And if we just stay in the present now moment as the divine observers that we are, heeding all the red flags, taking in all the sensory information, using our logical brain with our intuitive heart to come together to make the best choice. And that's the best we can do. It's just do your best, because hindsight is always going to be 20/20. And if you make your best choice and you do the best you can and it still doesn't work out, that means the next time it will, because you now are that much more wise to what is happening for you, around you, to you, in the universe. And then it's all good after that. So if you want to join the Army of Energy, hit that subscribe button. If you liked what you've seen and heard, hit a like button. I'm all backwards. I got a Telegram now, Army of Energy. If you want to learn more about dirt, hit me up. If you want to have a conversation with me on Zoom and put it on this channel, let's do that. Other than that, I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you have an even better evening, and I will see you all at the same time tomorrow. Take care and goodbye.